The engine is off. I'm frozen, hands tight on the wheel. The interviewer said, "Your portfolio is one of the best. You're a perfect fit." For a moment, hope flickered, a glimpse of who I was. Then, "Any home commitments that might affect late work?" I answered. "I have a 2-year-old. His smile faded, replaced by polite dismissal. My skills weren't the problem. My life was. In that moment, I felt the door quietly close. He never said it, but I heard it. "You're a mother, not what we're looking for." Hope vanished, replaced by a familiar sting. They say motherhood should be enough, but I knew it wasn't for me. This was more than a job. It was a fight for identity. The hardest battle isn't with interviewers or expectations, but with the voice inside that whispers, "You should just be grateful." This is the story of learning to answer that voice with strength. Before the interviews, there was quiet, a stillness that felt like erasure. My world shrank to routines and laundry, beautiful but confining. At night, I grieved the ambitious woman I used to be. Scrolling through old colleagues' successes, I felt a hollow ache. Not jealousy, but loss. I loved my daughter, but missed the self I'd left behind. I felt split in two, mother and ghost of a professional. The fear grew. What if I never found her again? Returning to work wasn't a dramatic choice. It was a slow burn. Each day, my world shrank, my mind dulled. I wanted my daughter to see a mum who chased dreams, not one who faded behind them. Quietly, I began to hope for more. One night, I opened my laptop and searched for jobs. A small act of rebellion and hope. The spark was real and it grew. I was ready to reclaim the parts of myself I'd hidden away. The moment I dared to dream, guilt crashed over me. Was I selfish for wanting more? Society's myth of the perfect mother haunted me. Every job application felt like betrayal, every hope a source of shame. I pictured missing moments with my daughter, torn between ambition and motherhood. The world says you must choose, mother or professional. The guilt is the first hurdle, but I kept going, determined to prove I could be both. I took a deep breath and re-entered the job market. Then, silence. My applications disappeared into a digital black hole. Hope quickly turned to anxiety. I hit the maternal wall. Bias against mothers in the workplace. People assume mothers are less committed and capable. The wall was subtle but real. A polite, firm barrier, quietly pushing me out. The maternal wall showed up quietly in interviews. It was dismissal in disguise, making me feel small. One interview was warm, until I mentioned needing a set schedule for childcare. Instantly, the air turned cold. In another, my story of handling a family crisis got a condescending laugh. My experience was brushed aside. A gap, not a strength. Many stay-at-home mothers fear employers won't value their time at home, and they're often right. 73% of women returning to work face bias. The wall grew higher. My confidence crumbled. All these experiences slowly wore down my spirit. The maternal wall isn't just missed jobs. It's the message that raising children teaches skills the world doesn't value. Patience, empathy, efficiency, none of it counts. Sometimes it's even seen as a weakness. Motherhood overshadows every other identity. To many, it means you are less. Studies show mothers get fewer callbacks and lower offers. The bias is real, with deep financial and emotional costs. I was stronger and more capable than ever, but the world saw me as less. In the professional world, motherhood is too often seen as a weakness, not a strength. Job hunting is a special kind of exhaustion. It's an emotional marathon, hope, then letdown. The pressure and rejection eat away at you. It chips at your resilience. My 5th rejection email this week, for a job I was perfect for. I let myself get excited. The email brought it all crashing down. I stared at the screen. It felt like a judgment on my worth. I closed the laptop. I had hit a wall. I wanted to give up completely. I was so tired of fighting. That night, my daughter woke with a fever. She was miserable, her skin burning. She wanted only me. As I held her, guilt crashed down. Society's voice screamed, "This is where you belong. How dare you want more?" I felt useless, failing at home and in the world. Trying to be everything was unsustainable. I felt like a selfish, failing mother. I sank to the floor, my daughter asleep in my arms, and sobbed. Confidence, spirit, even your sense of self, slowly eroded. You feel utterly alone in the fight. You see other working mothers seemingly perfect, and your own inadequacy grows. You start to wonder if you're cut out for this. Loneliness settles like a heavy blanket. So you hold it in, ambition, guilt, frustration churning inside. Surrendering just being a mother seems easier. I hit a wall. The fight was gone. In the quiet after breaking down, something shifted. Hitting rock bottom brings a strange clarity. With nothing left to lose, fear fades away. The worst had happened, yet I was still here, breathing, holding my sleeping child. In that moment, my story began to change. Did I want my daughter to believe a woman must choose, or silence herself to be a good mother? I realized success and fulfillment had to be defined on my own terms. The strength I was searching for was already inside me. I started seeing my time at home as real-world leadership training. Motherhood is project management, multitasking, and crisis resolution all at once. I realized I was gaining invaluable experience every day. I reframed my skills, translating them from home to the workplace. My language changed, and my confidence grew. I stopped apologizing for my time away and spoke with pride. I highlighted the empathy and resilience I gained as a parent. Motherhood became my competitive advantage. I asked others to see its true value. The real change started inside me. I had to believe in myself. That inner work was the hardest part. This new mindset became my armor, letting me face rejection without breaking. I saw rejection as their limitation, not mine. The turning point was when I stopped seeking permission to be both mother and professional. My strength came from embracing both roles. I felt whole, and that was a fight I knew I could win. Moving forward wasn't easy. Rejections and polite no's still came, but inside, I was stronger, rebuilt from within. Then, one interview felt different. There was ease, a sense of understanding. She saw my whole story, not just a gap. For the first time, all of me was welcome. She valued my experience, not my absence. Relief washed over me. Getting that offer felt monumental. But the real win was who I'd become. Stronger, more whole. I had already done the work. The job simply reflected the wholeness I found. My life is a beautiful, chaotic juggling act. School drop-offs, client deadlines, bedtime stories, board meetings, my days are a whirlwind. Some days I nail it. Other days I'm just keeping the balls in the air. My reality is imperfect, and so much better for it. My ambition and motherhood don't cancel each other out. They strengthen each other in a powerful dance. They make me whole. My two identities aren't at war. They're allies. Accepting all of myself was the key. They are all me. I'm building a life with room for every part of who I am. My story is about the right to choose. It's about defining for yourself what a full, happy life means. The fire inside you isn't a threat, it's a gift. It makes you a stronger mother. You show your family what it means to chase a dream and be fulfilled. This is the one fight you cannot afford to lose. When you fight for yourself, you fight for the next generation. You are more than a mother. You are a force of nature. You are not alone in this fight. Keep fighting. Keep choosing. Define your own life. We are all in this together.